Obviously, this is not the channel to go to for safety instruction. did. See if this will fit the first time, and no, I have not tried it yet. But we're just going to find out here. Not too bad. A little bit of slop there, but I think she'll be just fine. So, whole idea. Move the camera, get you guys a better shot. Alright, there we go. I think that's a better shot. So, anyway, made this. It fits in the hardy hole just fine. It'll stay in there, we hope. So the whole idea is your die goes in. Now, this guy right here, we're going to cut this somewhere down in here. Then we're going to grind a profile into this thing. This first one, we're probably going to make the profile with a draw knife. A lot of different uses for these. I mean, you can use it as a fullering tool. There's just so many different things you can use this for. That anvil's definitely out of true. That is another, the anvil repair is a project we're going to be doing very soon because we need this top a lot flatter than it is. But anyway, if you could get by the crappy welding and the not perfect grinding, that fits together nice. It's solid. I mean, it's real solid. So that 1080 steel, it's already hardened. With grinding and all that, we'll probably destroy that heat treat a little bit. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do it or not, if I'm going to reheat treat this or what. I have not decided yet. The only thing I don't want to do is get it so brittle that it chips when we're hitting it against metal. But if the metal we're hitting is hot enough, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. Up top here, we're going to have to radius that, or at least chamfer the edge all the way around so that when the hammer comes down on it, it doesn't do some goofy stuff. This is kind of bigger than what a lot of them are that I've seen. Usually they're only a couple inches. We have a 3.5 inch width in here to use. Reason I did that, a big reason, so when I get into 2-inch chisels and things like that, I want to have kind of a radius top a little bit. That's kind of the old style. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens. And that way too, it's easier to get into the sides of your tenons and mortises and whatnot to do some things. So anyway, I'm happy with that. Next time out, we'll radius this, and then I have another project coming up that's going to require a lot of welding and grinding. Alright folks, there's another piece of the puzzle almost finished. All we have to do is profile that 1080 steel plate in there for the dies. Probably the first thing out that we're going to profile is probably going to be for the shape of our draw knives. I made that a lot wider than what most people do, and that, like I said, is for certain tools I plan on making. The plan is in here is making log building and timber framing tools. I want to keep my finger on the pulse of log building and timber framing. This is a way for me to do that now that this frame is built, and it's a way for me to make some extra. It's kind of nice when you've used the tools, you kind of know what you're looking for, you know what you want, and you hope it's something that other people will like. Now, right now I could be making tools and getting them out there, but instead of doing this, taking the time to do this kind of thing. But what I'm trying to do is get down to a consistent process. I want to have my fixtures in place as many as I can. I want to have as many as I can with what I have on hand. Get them made, get them done, get them in. Anything to make the process a little bit better and a little more consistent. That's what we're going for here. I don't want to put something up for sale on my website and somebody goes to order it because they see a picture. Oh, that's what I want. That's what I expect to buy, and have them get something totally different. Now every piece will have its own personality. It'll have something different. It is handmade stuff, so everything will be a little bit different. But end of the day, I want as much consistency as I can humanly have. I'm not a machine, so we have to make things to do that. The next big welding project we have coming up is I have to make a stand for our leg vise. I have a piece of 6-inch steel pipe. It's about 3/8 inch wall. I have a piece of 3/4 inch plate steel that we're going to put on top of that, and then we're going to tap for that leg vise. So you guys will see how we're doing that in very soon in the future. After that, the next big welding project, I've been threatening it for a long time. I said as soon as I got the welder out here and got set up, this anvil was going to get the attention it needs. We obviously have some edges to fix. The top is sway backed. Not terrible, it's workable, but it's not as flat as it should be. Now somebody's going to complain that I'm taking an old anvil and ruining it. In the words of Josh Delisle, on his channel, he said it perfect. Yes, if this was a historical piece that I was preserving for history, yeah, it would be ruining it. But as it is something that I need to work with, I need it right. You know, that's end of the day, that's what I need. I can't really, I don't have the room, and I can't really afford to have things kicking around that are just for the niceties of looking at it. It has to be functional. So this isn't a huge blacksmith shop, but it's decent sized. But I still need to make sure everything that's in here is going to be functional for what we're doing. Pretty soon as we get going, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to have to go. I have some dump runs I have to make out of this building, a lot of them. So, but I won't bother running the camera for cleanup. So, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. I've rambled on enough at you, and I hope all of you are happy. I wore some gloves tonight while I was welding. I have welding gloves all over the place. I'm just one of those people. I like to be able to feel what I'm doing. Yes, it was much better wearing them while I was welding, and I know that. It's 50-50 when I wear gloves or not when I'm doing things like that. Running the grinder, I have a hell of a time running the grinder with gloves on. It would make more sense in case the wheel flew apart, and I have had wheels fly apart before. Fortunately, they usually get stopped up in the work, but that's usually if you're making a deeper cut and you get it off. That's usually what happens there, but yeah. So anyway, have a good one, everybody. I will see you the next time.